to my second episode in Marie Kondoing my life, and we are here in front of my bookshelf because today is the day that we have been waiting for. Today I am going to be going through my books and probably getting rid of more than half of them. Before we get into that, I kind of want to talk about my books for a second because this channel is predominantly like a book channel. I review books, I talk about books, I do other things, but it started off as a book channel, and I feel like on BookTube, having books and acquiring books is kind of like a sport. And towards the beginning of my channel, I would just buy books to buy books, and there is nothing wrong with that. It just didn't really make me very happy, and I realized that I was doing it because other people were doing it. And so over the more recent years, I haven't bought new books. I've always loved libraries, and to me, it just seemed kind of odd for me to buy books that I wasn't sure if I was going to like them and then have them on my shelf. So I'd say that 90 to 93% of the books that are on this shelf are books that I've read, and I bought them after I had read them because I just wanted to keep them. But then I just don't really think I'm ever going to reread them. As I've gotten older, I've kind of moved away from reading young adult books, and part of me kind of wants to hold on to them because, like, what if the world ends and I'll be the only person who has a personal library and blah blah. You know what? I want to have books that bring me joy, and right now I'm just hoarding a little bit, which like is fine, but I don't need to do that right now. So with that being said, I am going to Marie Kondo my book. I have the trusty dusty book with me, and I did an awful job yesterday of explaining like what I'm doing. So I'm using The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo to tidy up my life because your girl is struggling. Many people found out about Marie Kondo from her Netflix TV show, which I've watched a couple of episodes, and I was like, you know what, that I need to do to my life. So I read the book, and I'm going to do an awful job of like summarizing, but overall the book kind of talks about cleaning up your space, not only to just clean it up, but so then it sparks you joy. So when you're going through everything, you're kind of looking to see what sparks you joy, what doesn't, and you're just really decluttering as much as you can. If you'd like to check out what I did yesterday, which was all of my clothes, it was a struggle. I will leave that down in the doobly-doo below. But the second thing after clothes that I'm supposed to do is my books. And in the book, Marie recommends putting your books into 4 different categories. So you have general books, books you read for pleasure, so like this, practical books, reference books, cookbooks, etc., visual, photograph collections, and then magazines. So I need to put all of these on the floor, and then I need to see what sparks joy. This might take a while. I kind of just want to show you the books that I have on my shelf. Down here are the books that I know that I'm getting rid of. I've been wanting to go sell them for a while, so those are the books that I've been wanting to get rid of. This is my one unread book on my shelf. Those are some reference books for my roommate, so I'm not going to be touching those. And then all of these are my books, my book collection. So I'm going to start making piles and we'll get started. Let's go. Okay, so that did not take as long as I thought it would, which is nice. I have only 2 piles because I don't really have magazines. These are my enjoyable read books, and these are my reference books and cookbooks and mostly old textbooks. I already know what I'm gonna do with those. So this is the hard part because even looking at some of these books, I'm like, I love that story, but I'm like, am I going to read this again? Or does it spark me joy? Does it spark me joy? And I don't know the answer to that. And Marie specifically says, when you touch it, you should be able to say like, oh, does it spark me joy or not? So I've been holding on to some of these books for a while, and I don't know, we're just gonna have to see, does it spark joy? Let's start. These ones just have such pretty covers. I literally own these because they have pretty covers. That's not, no. Oh. lot. Now I just need to put everything back onto my shelf. Then I'll maybe do a little unhaul so you can see everything that I'm getting rid of. And then we'll be done. Just kidding. I'm gonna do the unhaul first because it's gonna take me a while to put these books back up onto my shelf. So I will just show you what I'm going to sell. It's weird. I'm feeling feelings because Marie Kondo recommends leaving all sentimental items till the end, but I went on literary adventures with some of these books, but they no longer bring me joy, they just bring me memories. So I haven't been getting rid of them because it was just like, oh my gosh, remember that one time that I did this with this book, and then I put it down. And it's like, it's taking up space, and these books are going to make someone else so much more happy than they make me. And it's not like those memories are gone. They're always up here, and these books are all at the library, you know? So, yeah, there are feelings. Because some of these books were like my friends in times when I didn't have friends, but I want to give them the opportunity to be that for someone else. So, that being said, let's go through this because it's gonna take a while. We'll get through like all the boring books first. I have some curriculum books that I got and that I don't want. So, science curriculum books, unhauled. Beyond Discipline by Alfie Kohn. Understanding by Design by Grant Wiggins and Jay, last name that I can't pronounce. Learning First, Technology Second. These are all just education textbooks. Rethinking Early Education, Early Childhood Education, edited by Ann Palo. Constructivism Across the Classroom in Early Childhood Classrooms. Rethinking School Reform. And those are all the reference-y type books that I got rid of. Now we're going to go through the books I read for fun. The Princess Diaries and the Princess in the Spotlight by Meg Cabot. Freak Boy by Christian Elizabeth Clark. Dashing Lily's Book of Dares by Rachel Cohn and David Levithan. Raceling, Fire, and Bitter Blue, all by Kristen Kishore. Losing It by Cora Carmack. Once and Rise, Book 2 and 3 in the Eve trilogy. Bluettes by Maggie Nelson. An Abundance of Catherines by John Green. This Star Won't Go Out by Esther Earl. Graffiti Moon by Kath Crowley. Party by Tom Levine. See by Heidi Arkling. Sign Language by Amy Ackley. Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. And The Silence by Dorothy Reed and Ilsa Evangeline Veer Schmidt. Nightshade, Wolfsbane, and Blood Rose, all by Andrea Krimmer. The Help by Catherine Stockett. Death, Dickinson, and the Demented Life of Frenchie Garcia by Jenny Torres Sanchez. Speak by Laurie House Anderson. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret by Judy Blume. I literally have only been keeping this one because of the cover. It's so pretty. So pretty. Halo and Hades by Alexandria Ardonetto. These were books that helped me get back into reading after Twilight. These are ones that have sentimental, but they will make someone else so much more happy than they do me. Unearthly and Boundless by Cynthia Ham. Fixed by Force by Jason Warren. Hard Love by Ellen Whitlinger. Elsewhere by Gabrielle Zevin. One Day by David Nichols. I Know This Much Is True by Wally Lamb. Hooked and Played by Liz Fichera. Angus Thongs and the Full Frontal Snogging. And on the bright side, I'm now the girlfriend of a sex god. You know, this is my favorite movie. I think I'm gonna keep this one. Divergent and Insurgent by Veronica Roth. Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver. This cover. Delirium and Pandemonium by Lauren Oliver. What is with her covers? Gosh! Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close by Jonathan Safran Foer. Hernani by Victor Hugo. Where Things Come Back by Jonathan Corley Whaley. Boy Snowbird by Helen Oyoyemi. The Remnants by Robert Hill. The Haters by Jesse Andrews. T2YL by Lauren Miracle. I Am the Messenger by Marcus Sousak. The Probability of Miracles by Wendy Wonder. Me and Earl and the Dying Girl by Jesse Andrews. The Short Second Life of Brie Tanner by Stephanie Meyer. Shatter Me by Tahada Mafi. We're almost there! Leaving Paradise and Return to Paradise by Sloan Elkeles. Four Perfect Pebbles by Lila Pearl and Marian Blumenthal-Lizan. Siddhartha by Herman Hesse. The Secret Life of Bees by Sue Monk. Twice Told Original Stories and Art and Drawings by Scott Hunt. And The Kite Runner by Khalid Hussein. Alright, I am going to put all of those books back onto my shelf now. And then I will do a little bookshelf tour of the books that I still have. And then that will be it. This is taking a lot less time than the other one.
All right, so this looks way different than before. Got rid of like a shelf and a half of books. They're all just sitting there on the floor being pretty. Definitely am gonna need help taking those to the Powells to go sell. But these are my books, and I thought that I'd give you a little book tour. Before I do that, I went through and there were a couple books that I was like, girl, this does not spark you joy. So this book, The Swift Boys and Me by Cody Keplinger, that one is going to go into my classroom at school. I'm not gonna put that on my shelf anymore. And then The Duff and A Midsummer's Night's Dream Midsummer's Nightmare, are also going to go away. I kept one of Cody's other books that was my favorite, but these two, they're good. They look great in the set, but I'm never gonna read them again. We will start up here, and I have An Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian by Sherman Alexie, Tiger Lily by Jodi Lynn Anderson, 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher, Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie, Forever by Judy Blume, the most beautiful cover ever, The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, books 1, 2, 3, and 4, all by Anne Brashars. My Name is Memory by Anne Brashars. The Cottage and Its Lady by Beatrice Bougain, fellow booktuber. The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Jabotsky. Stolen by Lucy Christopher. Atomic Habits by James Clear. The Hunger Games trilogy, I would take it out, but all y'all know what it looks like, by Suzanne Collins. The Perfect Chemistry series, Perfect Chemistry, Chain Reaction, and Rules of Attraction, all by Simone Alcalos. Will Grayson by John Green and David Levithan. The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, I have it in hardback and also in audiobook. Let It Snow by John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Lauren Miracle. Looking for Alaska by John Green. To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. Milk and Honey by Ruby Kaur. Shut Out by Cody Keplinger. The V Word by Amber J. Keys. And Please Ignore Vera Dietz by A.S. King. The History of Love by Nicole Krauss. Butter by Erin Jade Lang. We Are Liars by E. Lockhart. The Host by Stephanie Meyer. Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, and Breaking Dawn, all by Stephanie Meyer. Not pulling them out because y'all know what those books look like. The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. The Time Traveler's Wife by Audrey Neckpenegger. Anna and the French Kiss. Lola and the Boy Next Door. And Isla and the Happily Ever After, all by Stephanie Perkins. Angus Thongs and the Full Frontal Snogging by Louise Renison. Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alire Sand. The Little Prince by Antonin de Saint-Exupéry. I butchered that. Persepolis by Marjane Satrapi. Persepolis 2, also by Marjane Satrapi. Teaching My Mother to Give Birth by Horsham Shar. Shiver, Linger, Forever, all by Maggie Stiefvater. If it's in a box, it's not coming out. Stop Kiss by Diana Sun. Forbidden by Tabitha Suzuma. And Golden Boy by Abigail Tartell. Lastly, we have Nothing by Jan Teller, The Hate You Give, and On the Come Up, both by Angie Thomas, and The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. Then over here we have the remainder of my reference books. I have 2 books about teaching math to kids, behavior book, 4 reading books, and 1 on differentiation, 2 Spanish dictionaries, and a Greece travel book. That is all. I'm excited to go sell these books and give them the opportunity to go to people who are going to be filled with joy every single time that they touch them. So tomorrow I start with papers. Papers, y'all, are the ones that I am the scaredest of because I have so many papers. We'll just have to see how that goes. So with that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful, blissful day, and I will see you in the next one tomorrow. Bye.